NFC quarterbacks going to the Pro Bowl, as according to the votes, making his first ever Pro Bowl appearance as a rookie. It is Washington Commanders quarterback Jayden Daniels. An incredible start and acceptance of the fans and the coaches and the players for the #2 overall pick to Washington. That's awesome for Jayden Daniels.
From the Washington Commanders, going to the Pro Bowl. Mr. Scary Terry himself, Terry McLaurin, is headed to the Pro Bowl games.
What up, what's good, what's happening, y'all? It's your boy Big Herb, and welcome to another episode of Off the Bench. So, guys, this week we have a big game this week to solidify playoff seeding. We have to talk about different people that's going to be starting, should they sit. But before we go anywhere, I need to say this. On January 1st, the new year, we had tragedy in New Orleans. And I wanted to send my my condolences and my prayers out to every person who was involved in that and to their families, because unfortunately they were involved in a terrorist act where I believe it was 15 people who lost their lives, and many others were injured. It's unfortunate that we have to still deal with this BS in 2025. And just please pray for those people's families. But let's get into it. Start off with some news. Starting off with, we got 2 Pro Bowlers, y'all. We got JD5 and Terry was announced yesterday on the Pro Bowl list to be inside to be playing. I think it's February 2nd. So congrats to them. I believe we got our guys, we had many guys who was capable of being in the Pro Bowl this year, but just to name a few, as alternates, we had a lot of alternates. Just to name them off, Bobby Wagner, first alternate. Tyler Ott, long snapper, first alternate. Nick Ballore, special teams, first alternate. Center Tyler Biotich, second alternate. Frankie Louvu, Tress Way, also second alternate. Austin Eckler, Dante Fowler, Jeremy Reeves, our third alternates. Jeremy Chin and Zach Ertz, our 5th alternates. Just to name them off. I believe, truth be told, if it was up to me, because a lot of our guys were voted at the top of their position, like 2nd, 3rd, but that was for the voting. Because, guys, at the end of the day, this is a popularity contest. We just want our guys to finally get recognition. So I'm not completely bitching, but at the same time, I'm just like, okay, it is what it is. Because it's not just the fans voting, it's the fans, the coaches, and the players. So getting the respect around the league is what I always want for our guys. And if I had to say somebody was snubbed, I would say it's Tyler Biotich and Frankie Louvu. I the love I got for Oos, man. I just feel like he balled out this year. I mean, you got over 110 sacks. You got 110 tackles, 8 sacks, a couple picks. I mean, you're deserving of that, man. I mean, come on. Let Oos go wild in Orlando. That's just my thing. But all the while, congratulations to the rest of the guys. It's great to see that the NFL is actually paying attention to us and seeing our guys flourish. It's something that I always wanted to see. We need to get these guys in the Pro Bowl just as for the recognition. And for those of you who saying I don't care, just look at it like this. We got a guy like JD5 going into the Pro Bowl. And if you haven't looked at the Commanders mic'd up with him winning the game this past week, have him cooperate with all the people who are like top players in the league. Have him go ahead and recruit some guys, talk to them, rub shoulders with them. And that's how you get the guys to go ahead and come on over here, like the top name guys to come over there. If they're dealing with their situation over at their team, you can bring them over here to go ahead and actually sign with us. I mean, that's how a lot of people actually get recruited. But yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on that. One thing that I didn't spend time on talking about last week, and I want to send a congratulations to Jeremy Reeves and his fiance, Michaela. He proposed to her last week, right after the end of the game. So I was thinking, as far as like, he proposed to her literally right after we won the game. What would have happened if they didn't win? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think he said that he's been thinking about this for the last year. And it's not like they're going to Dallas next week. So how would you have performed? Would you have just took her out to dinner or something like that? I mean, hey, but congratulations at the end of the day. I mean, I'm happy for you. So congratulations to those two. It was beautiful to see at the end of the game. Moving on to the actual to the actual game this week. All right, let's get into the injury report, because that's playing a major factor this week. Austin Eckler and Marshawn Lynch look like they're on the verge of coming back to play. Let's start off with Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, as you know, has been out for the last like 5 weeks due to concussion. A lot of us were saying like, hey, why don't you just go ahead and just call it a season? I was one of them. I mean, and honestly, we kind of need him right now, because all the running backs have just been, they've been okay at best. Chris Rodriguez, I feel like he's been stepping up. He's got better vision. He just don't have the burst. B-Rob, he's just been slumming over the last few weeks. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mental thing. I don't know if it's a physical thing. I hope that he gets better, but honestly, I feel like B-Rob is just he's a great, I don't want to say backup, but he's like the good one-two punch. Like how Detroit has their running back situation with Gibbs and Montgomery. You got, he's a better Montgomery. I'm not saying that he can't start. I'm saying that he's the counter punch that I would love to see him as. But getting back to Austin Eckler, he just came back from IR for the 21-day practice window. For those of you who don't know, like I said last time, as far as with Jonathan Allen, you have, if you're on the IR, you have 3 weeks to go ahead and see if they can bring you back. If you make it to the 21 days and you're still not back on the list, on a regular roster, they will bench you for the rest of the year. You're just done. So, but they're saying that he could play this week. All honesty, I wouldn't even play him. This game, yes, it's important, but it's not as important as using him in the playoffs. I would just sit him out this week. Next week, we play in the playoffs. Go ahead and do our thing. Marshawn Lattimore as well. He looks like he's cleared, but he's already been ruled out. I don't want him playing, honestly, because we need you for the actual game, like the playoffs. And it's just like the Cowboys, and just leading on into it, the Cowboys got a lot of their starters are already out for the year. The only person who might be playing is Michael Parsons. And Michael Parsons is literally the only best player that you got on that team. You got CeeDee Lamb's already out. Dak Prescott's been out for months. And just at this point, they're benching all of their players. They're getting ready for Cancun. So just go in there, handle your business, and just solidify the 6th seed. And Dan Quinn also said that he plans on playing all of the starters this week. I feel a certain type of way about it. Not bad, but I mean, the reason why he's saying this is because he wants to solidify the 6th seed. You solidifying that 6th seed, you're going to be able to play, I believe it's the Rams or it's the Buccaneers. Me personally, I wouldn't mind playing any of those guys. If you're going to LA, you're playing in a dome, you're going to the Tampa. You're gonna be playing in Florida. It's better than going up to Philly in the first round. And don't get me wrong, I'm not scared of Philly at this point. I feel like they're a beatable team. We solidified that a couple weeks ago. But to get back on to what I'm saying, he said that he's gonna go ahead and start all the guys. Me personally, I feel like if you're gonna start the guys, you need to just go ahead, start them for the first half, get them out of there, and that's it. You don't want to risk any injury, or if you blow them out, like if you get like a 21-point lead in the first quarter, all right, y'all, let's go ahead, get everybody else in there. Everybody sit down there and everything. I also want, selfishly, Terry to get the touchdown record. If you can get it in the first half, cool. If you can't, look, we're going to try to get it next year. A lot of people, and I want to get you guys thoughts on it too. I want to see some of the guys only playing the first half. Tell me what you think in the comment section as far as should the guys play this week or should we just bench them? Me personally, I don't think they've done enough to where they could go ahead and just say like, hey, we deserve a break or anything. Nah, you did well enough, but you need to solidify the 6th seed. I need you to go ahead and worry about just getting this 6th seed so we can go to the next round and possibly get a win. And just getting into it. Let's look at the playoff seeding. So you have we're currently at the 6th seed right now. You're going up against it's looking like the LA Rams right this second. If the Rams lose, then and the Buccaneers win, that means the Buccaneers are gonna move up, and they will be playing us. If we lose, then and the Packers win, they move up to the 6th seed. We go down to the 7th seed. I don't even want to play around with this. Let's just get our win. Let's go ahead and move on to the next round. Get into the playoffs, and then solidify what we got to do from there. If we're talking about matchups, I think that we match up best against LA Rams. And the reason why I say that is because I don't believe in the Rams defense. But I will say this: if you get Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and Matthew Stafford all on the same page, that's going to be a problem. Not to mention their running game is actually really good. I'm losing my mind about the homeboy's name that's playing in the running back, because he's actually pretty damn good. But as far as I think there's going to be a problem with them. But I also think that our defense is good enough. If you have Marshawn Lattimore, if you keep him out this week, you can go ahead and balance that defense out and everything, and make sure that they can't get in the end zone. Me personally, I think that as far as going up against the LA Rams, I love our chances on offense. I genuinely do. The NFC side in the playoffs is so wide open. You as long as we got JD5, we got a puncher's chance in every single game. If you don't believe me, just look at his highlights. I mean, just am I lying? We were down 10 the last 2 weeks. We were down by 10 up against and it's never been done. We're down by 10 against the Philadelphia Eagles and Atlanta Falcons. Back-to-back weeks, we came back and beat them. Never been done. In the 90-something years that we've been in the league, it's never been done. And JD got us to do it. So he's clutch. He's got, for God's sakes, he's got 5 game-winning touchdowns this year in the last 30 seconds. Come on. The kid is clutch. I trust this offense. I trust where it's going to be headed. It's at the end of the day, man. I mean, let's just go ahead, get this win, solidify the 6th seed, then going about our business and going to play in the playoffs. If you're already hurt, Wiley, I believe, is hurt, let him sit. Marshawn Lattimore, let him sit. Austin Eckler, let him sit. If you're actually hurt right this second, you're not playing. If you're able to play to the first half, go ahead, and we're going to treat this like an exhibition game. At the end of the day, guys, let's just treat this like a business trip. Get in, beat the ass, get out. Let's go to the playoffs. Only play your players through the first half if you're going to play them. take them out in the second half, let the subs get in, finish them off, and let's get this dub going to the playoffs. Tell me what you think in the comment section, what you think we should be doing. Also, can't roll out without saying this. Tell me what you think the score is going to be at the end of the day. Me personally, I would love to see them beating the dog shit out of them before the half. Love to see something like give or take 28-10. It'll be nice to see something like that. Beat them into submission. Tell them to go to Cancun. That's what I would like to see. But tell me what you think in the comment section. What do you think the score is going to be? Also, tell me what you think about what's been going on in the week. Also, last but not least, go on to my IG page, _HTTC, and leave your comments in there as well. As we always, guys, left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. Peace.
Yo, you made it to the end of Off the Bench. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Man, look, it ain't gonna cost you that much. It ain't gonna cost you anything at all. Just press that like, that share, and subscribe. Help a brother out, man.